Hello superstars, welcome to today's numeracy class. In today's class, we will take a look at simple interest. Okay, simple interest. Let's look at the lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, the pupils should be able to define simple interest, identify principal, rate, and time, solve questions on simple interest. Remember the rules. Stay focused, don't be distracted, and make sure you have your writing materials with you. Welcome back to the class. Don't forget the rules. Stay focused, be determined, and get your writing materials with you. Make sure your writing materials is with you. Do not be distracted. So what is simple interest? We said simple interest is a quick method of calculating the interest charge on a loan. For example, Mr. GoldenBells wants to get a new car. He wants to purchase a new car. The cost of the car is 3 million and he has 2 million with him. Mr. GoldenBells goes to the bank and tells the bank to loan him a million naira, 1 million naira. The bank says, no problem. We will loan you this money at the rate of 10% for 5 years. Okay? Mr. GoldenBells says, no problem. Now, if Mr. GoldenBells goes ahead and gets the loan from the bank, Mr. GoldenBells is going to pay 500,000 naira as interest on the 1 million he borrowed from the bank for 5 years. So that is simple interest for you. It is a quick method of calculating the interest charge on a loan. Now, simple interest is calculated by multiplying the daily interest rate by the principal, number of days that elapse between payments. Don't worry, somebody is asking me, hey, Mr. GoldenBells, how did you come across 500? What's the formula? Don't worry, just relax, stay focused, make sure you have your writing materials with you. I will tell you that in a jiffy, okay? Good. So, simple interest. I means what? Interest earned after T years. T, let's say, in the example I gave you, T represents 5 years. The P is what? Is the money borrowed or invested. R is the annual rate of interest. While the T, like I said, is the length of time you borrow or invest. Okay. What is the formula? Now we are getting there. This is the formula. The formula is simple interest equals to principal times time times rate divided by 100. Don't forget that when we are dealing with percentage, we are dealing with 100. So principal times time times rate times 100. Now, SI simply means what? Simple interest. P means principal amount. R means interest rate per year, while T stands for time in years. Don't forget this formula. SI equals to what? Principal times rate times time divided by 100. Or you can also say principal times time times rate divided by 100. Now let's look at examples. Examples of simple interest. What is the simple interest on 5,000 naira borrowed for 4 years at the rate of 10% per annum? What is the simple interest on 5,000 naira borrowed for 4 years at the rate of 10% per annum? Now don't forget your formula. SI equals to principal times rate times time divided by 100, or principal times time times rate divided by 100. Now look at the solution to the question. Don't forget the principal is what? Is 5,000. Okay? The time is what? Is 4 years. And the what? Percentage is what? The rate interest is what? Is 10%. So 5,000 times 4 times 10 divided by what? By 100. So let this 0 cancel out this 0. This 0 also cancel out this 0. So you have 50 times 4 times 10, and at the end of the day you have 2,000 naira. So the simple interest on 5,000 naira borrowed for 4 years at the rate of 10% is what? Is 2,000 naira. Do you get it now? Calculate the simple interest on 9,000 naira for 6 years at 5%. Solution. Don't forget your formula. It says simple interest equals to principal times rate times time divided by 100, that is 100, or principal times time times rate divided by 100. So the principal is 9,000 times what? Times time, which is 6 years, times the rate, which is 5 years, divided by 100. And at the end of the day, you have what? You have 2,700 naira. Don't forget the 2 zeros in the 100 can cancel out 2 zeros out of the 3,000, out of the 3 zeros you have in 9,000. So you have 90 times 6 times 5, and that gives you 2,700 naira. Good. Hope you're getting it. Bravo. Another example, how much interest will be paid on 10,000 naira deposited in a bank for 8 years if the rate of interest is 12%? Don't forget your formula. Simple interest equals to what? Principal times rate times time divided by 100, or principal times time times rate divided by 100. Okay, now the principal here is what? 10,000 naira, while the rate is 12% and the time is 8 years, divided by 100. Good, you are following. Divided by 100. So when we do that, we have 9,600 naira. 9,600 naira. Okay, 9,600 naira. So the interest that will be paid on 10,000 naira deposited in a bank for 8 years at the rate of 12% is 9,600 naira. Okay, good. Now let's look at our sheet work. We said find the simple interest on 9,000 naira at 4% per annum for 3 years. Find the simple interest on 7,000 naira at 5% per annum for 6 years. Find the simple interest on 12,000 naira for 8 years at 5% per annum. Find the simple interest on 4,000 naira at 5% per annum for 4 years. So this is your sheet work.
Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, GoldenBells Academy. Follow us on Facebook, GoldenBells Academy 75. Twitter, GoldenBells A. Instagram, GoldenBells Academy. Patreon, www.patreon.com/goldenbells.